What's up, you wiggity whack weird souls? It's October, and we're coming at you with that. But yeah, it's a normal ass month. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is Jony Kenton. If you a new guest, welcome. If you think that intro was weird, oh boy, you haven't seen nothing yet. Welcome to another great music podcast between me and my friend, colleague, dare I say comrade, Kenton Hipsher. We here will be breaking down some categories of our music reviews for the month of October 2018. Let's get it, Kenton. Let's get it.
I hate that saying. Hey, is what's up with Lil Pump? Is he in jail right now? Is he just like being really silent?
I think he's in jail. I think he got a couple of months, and then he'll probably be off in probation. In which case, gonna be honest, the music's gonna be worse. Listen, guys, I have a crazy conspiracy theory. I know we were supposed to jump into categories, but yet here we are. I feel like rappers, when they're on parole, make significantly worse iterations of their music than they do without parole. On its surface, super obvious that you got a bunch of stress on you and all this other shit that totally makes a lot of sense. But furthermore, the judge is listening to everything, so every rap, you're kind of fighting for your own freedom.
I mean, and guys, I know you expect me to say like free Lil Pump because this is a primarily hip hop music podcast, but nah.
I don't even know what he did, but he probably did that shit.
Clearly, he doesn't care about being locked up for a couple months. Yeah, Lil Pump is in there, hopefully not getting some Lil Pumps.
Alright, so our top 3 albums of the month. Let me just get it started right now with my top 3 new albums from October 2018. So the first project that I got on here is the collaborative mixtape that Kenton and I have been hyping up since the summer. And Ty Dolla $ign and Jeremiah decided, hey, we gonna hit these folks right in their vibe by recording this project called My Time.
Like you said, man, we've both been waiting for this mixtape / project to drop for a really long time because we both are huge fans of these artists, Ty Dolla $ign and Jeremiah, and it was great. They delivered. I mean, every song from front to back held the whole vibe of the album. I never felt like an awkward switch up. I thought it was really consistent for a mixtape, so I'm excited. I hope there's more My Ty to come.
Yeah, I too really, really enjoyed this project. If any of you guys personally know me and just know the type of music that I listen to constantly, this is pretty much it. I mean, the Hitmakers produced damn near all of this project and did an outstanding job in doing so. Every single song could have been a hit single for a top 10 Billboard artist.
Also, notice how on the cover art, if you take away this like a 5 o'clock shadow off of Ty Dolla $ign, he looks like any other black anime girl. He could be a dark fairy princess.
He just looks like a slightly more tanned version of Billie Eilish. I'm wrong for that. I'm hella wrong for that. Man, shouts out Ty Dolla $ign, West Coast icon, bro. He really be holding it down. He's one of the most innovative producer artists in the world. I'd love to meet him. Alright, so the noticeable tracks that I really wanted to shout out off of this project would be The Lights, These Days, which was just primarily Jeremiah just, talking about his life these days. I really resonated with those lyrics. Surrounded, featuring Chris Brown and Wiz Khalifa. Good lord, that's a lot of talent on one song right there. You got Ty Dolla $ign, Jeremiah, Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa. But the track that I want to preview for y'all is New Level.
Hitmaker, tryna put you on that level, another level. I'm tryna put you on that level, oh yeah. You know you could do much better. I'm tryna put you on that level. Oh. You've been so incomplete. You've been failing too deep.
Alright, so moving on to my next new album from this month, I want to shout out another collaborative project by Future and probably one of the hottest artists out right now, Juice WRLD, which was World on Drugs.
Loaded up, they gon' gun you down. They say hard work pays off. I've been feeling paid off. Try to take it, then you did. Nate dog, put the chopper to your head and take it off. Fast break, taking off. Dunk on the bitch, trying walk. Whoa, keep niggas on their toes. I ain't never played fair, throwing them balls. This an AK, yeah. Bullet to your skull. Damn, that's blood all over my red cones. They say hard work pays days off. I've been feeling paid off, dripping on them every day.
World on Drugs gave us Primetime Future, which honestly I haven't seen Primetime Future in a while. It was kind of like the old guard of whatever that genre that Future birthed. It was passing the torch to like Juice WRLD. Like it was like an old guard, new guard, and auto-tune rap collaborative project. Like it was very interesting. I know it's like whatever that genre is, it's relatively new, but it's legit. Like that ilk of like Future, Travis Scott, just like auto-tune rap. Young Thug, definitely I'd put Young Thug in there too. Whatever that genre is, I felt like we got like 2 generations worth of those artists on this project, and it transferred over really, really well.
I agree with what you said a lot about Future kind of passing the torch, like the changing of the guard of some sorts. There's definitely a lot of like Future-esque sounds throughout this album for sure. I mean, it is a Future album. Like 15 of the 16 tracks are accredited to Future, with only 1 accredited to Juice WRLD, so that makes a lot of sense to me.
Cool. And with that being said, that's my second new album for this month of October 2018. We're gonna move on to the final album, The Dime Trap. This album was just good, man. This is just a really good T.I. album. I feel like if you don't understand the lyricism and depth, real original Southern rap, and I felt like all of that kind of culminated into, you know, this great project, which was The Dime Trap. The main single that people have heard a bunch, just like out of the bars, the track with Meek Mill, which is Hefe. If y'all haven't heard that, I'll definitely say listen to that before you want to decide listening to the album. But the song that I'm gonna play right now that'll probably highlight what this album is mostly about in terms of swagger and production would be Rape, featuring strip club legend Yo Gotti.
That's the list, nigga, that's it. I just wanna ball in the rave, if you brawl in the way, and I'ma take my shot. Pray to God if it all in the day, and the daughter with the paper, fuck her hater till the day I die. Yeah. For what them bitches say, for what them niggas doing. For you were getting going, I was getting to it. Put it down, bang rolls in the neighborhood. We're catching cases before I got to get some paper good.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna drop my top 3 albums for this month, guys. Once again, the month of October, aka Mildtober. Didn't really have too much heat for you this month, but still some good stuff you guys listen to. My first album that I'm going to talk about is Love Me Now by Tory Lanez. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably think like, oh, yo, he's over here dick riding Tory Lanez. He talked about memories don't die as well. And it's like, nah, this man's just putting out good bodies of work. Trust me, I would not be talking about Tory Lanez at all if this was not actually a quality album. And it is. It's like a full album. It's 15 tracks, at least 2.5 minutes per song. So, and the songs that are on the shorter side are more like turn-up songs. So it's got a cool little theme to it as well, with like the Brady Bunch theme with this yeah, this like Muppet looking nigga. I don't know what his deal is, but Tory brought him onto Sway in the Morning as well. I don't know what's going on with the theme, but I mean the album sounds good, so I don't really care. Notable tracks that I wanted to mention were the intro track, Why Don't You Love Me, classic Tory Lanez song. Duck My Ex, featuring Chris Brown and 2 Chainz. It's hard to have a bad song when you have Chris Brown and 2 Chainz on there. You got to give it to him there. And then finally, the last song I want to talk about is Miami, featuring Gunna.
Miami. I done made myself a living. I've been dodging the sentence. I asked God for forgiveness, and I put rose gold on the tennis. I told him put a hold on the Hemi. It's if I'm 58 on the engine, feel like I'm in the race for these millions. Bought another save for the business. One with 100K in the denim. I know why he got hate in his feelings. These niggas want the wave I invented. I'm gonna cop a rave in the business. Those saying good, but I'm gonna drippin'. Our time getting this money independent. Hop up in the summer.
You heard it here first on this podcast if you've been loyal to us, but it's really Gunna's year. It's really Gunna's year. Like, this man has not missed on a single feature or project this whole year, and it's not like he was trying to tease his way in, like hop in on 1 or 2 features and then like drop like a little EP or nothing like that. Like, this man has dropped projects, plural, has made like albums, like damn near he's given us an album worth of features like at this point, and all of them could have been lead singles on somebody else's album, like every time. Like as much shit as we give Birdman for just like acquiring talent, you know, giving Young Thug that label to sign Gunna and Lil Baby, they know what they doing over there. And Jacquees, I was about to sleep on Jacquees too. They know what they doing down there. I just hope them contracts are right.
Yeah, man, that's always a worry with them, but I don't hear any complaints, so I feel like it's going to be well. But yeah, definitely shout out to Sergio Giovanni Kitchens, aka Gunna. That's his government name.
How you gonna do my man's like that?
Yo, it's Giovanni without an O. That's the greatest part. But we share a birthday, so shout out to Gunna. You know, Gemini. All right, I see you.
Dude, shouts out to being the 9th fucking Pokemon gym battle leader and the leader of Team Rocket. Are you kidding me? Dude, Gunna really certified. Damn, I didn't know.
Yeah, bro, he's really, really out here. Just to wrap up this album, this is a really great album. Tory Lanez, he does what Tory Lanez does. He can carry an album consistently throughout the whole project and just give you good quality music. But he also paired himself with, I think, very smart, notable features, which keeps him not only in the loop, but also keeps him producing quality, interesting, exciting music. Because a whole album of Tory Lanez, or a whole album of one artist in general, can easily get boring. So having a couple features on there doesn't hurt. But yeah, now I'm gonna move to my second top album of this month, and that's Milky Way by Boss. Milky Way was 14 songs of a Boss album. Boss is an everyday kind of dude who just so happens to spit some mad bars, and he's on the Dreamville team. Shouts out to J. Cole. He's been a part of that team since the beginning, and clearly it's paid off. I mean, the man delivers clear, clean, crisp bars throughout the album. My favorite song off of the album that I'm gonna play for you guys now, which also has a music video out, is called Fragrance.
Damn, you smelling good, I love your fragrance. God damn, you looking good, I had to snatch that. God damn, you looking good, I had to smash that. But then you gotta know that I had to let you go. If we knew it wasn't me, I had to let you know. Man, this chick won't leave me alone, yeah. I try to put her on my bro, yeah. But she still came back, yeah. Damn, she still came back.
Yo, that song is great. I really, really like that song. Honestly, that was like one of the bigger tipping points for like me asking the question, why is Boss so underrated? Because for the other projects, I could just tell he was like still trying to find like the perfect beat for his flows, you know, his lyrics, what he was trying to go for conceptually. And I feel like this is like the first like polished project that we got from him. Not saying he doesn't make really good music already, but it was like more raw. Like I feel like we've gotten a more disciplined, like refined, finished, polished project from him. And this song was like the big tipping point in the album to be like, wow, he's got multiple radio songs.
Oh, most definitely. I also had that same thought when I heard this song, just because there's a lot of Boss songs that are similar to this that he releases as singles. His singles are like on fire, but the rest of his album is just so lyrically heavy. It's like, I don't know if the beats don't match up to the lyrics, are like they're not up tempo enough, or what the disconnection is here, but it's not like J. Cole is the middle ground that Boss I feel like is edging up on, because J. Cole's right in between of like hard lyrics, like hard meaningful lyrics and great beats, and just knowing how to get ignorant on a fucking beat. And Boss is just like right there, like he's at the 99-yard line. He just needs to be consistent with a project and just put out like basically all of his singles in a project, and then he would be like the J. Cole duplicate essentially.
Oh yeah, and I think he can get there. He just needs more like, he just needs not even a nudging. I just think like the people on the Dreamville team, well honestly, it's like game film at this point. Like I feel like the great labels, they'll put a project out like the same way an athlete will go, like a professional athlete will go play a game. After the album's done, I feel like they have like legitimate like film sessions on like what they could have improved from like tour, the album, the way that it sounded, and that shapes the next album like indirectly. Because if you look at the complaints that people had, for example, with To Pimp a Butterfly, like at that time, everybody recognized it was like one of the more innovative hip hop albums of all time, but people weren't replaying it. And that was like the big takeaway of that. It's like, it's not as replayable as, you know, like a Drake album right now. And because of that, like, you know, he'll never be like considered like one of the GOATs or something. You know what I mean? Like people were always saying like, that's Kendrick's flaws. Like he can't put out like true music that could live in a pop world, right? Like that could actually dominate the charts. Even though Good Kid, Mad City already had numbers, but that was like more of it like a traditional like gangster rap sense. But damn, they pretty much took all of that critical feedback from literally all of the haters in the world, which there were not that many of because To Pimp a Butterfly was so good. They still took all of that feedback and then just just injected that into Damn. Like, you just immediately saw the improvements. And I feel like that happens with the TDE artists, and I also feel like that happens with the Dreamville artists. It's just the rate of their improvement is just a little bit slower than TDE's.
That's so accurate, though. I 100% agree with that statement.
That's why we put this shit on wax. It's because we say smart shit, motherfucker.
Yeah, Vice, give us that 10-day contract. That's all we need. My final top album of this month, which is the album that I think has hit me the most intellectually this year. Maybe I shouldn't say intellectually, but it's been the most relevant to the times this album has. Now, some people may say that KOD's is generally more relevant, but that's J. Cole. I'm not gonna argue against that. But regardless, my final album for this month is Immigrant by Belly.
I got what you want, see it in your eyes, you're just trying to get on. I know what she wants, but she got more issues than a magazine. I had a girl named Mercedes, used to love her when she bends. When she make me mad, I leave her ass on red. I never let these girls get to my head. I'm too busy counting all of this bread. Oh yeah, what can they say to me? 'Cause if I left
11 tracks of everything that is going on in America right now.
Yeah.
And not only that, but it's 11 tracks of absolute heat. This man is spitting mad bars. He's getting wavy on the track, and he's putting on dope features, and you know The Weeknd's on there because it's Belly. You know The Weeknd's on there, and The Weeknd, of course, murders. This was a wonderful album. I absolutely love this album, and this album's definitely gonna go in my top hip-hop albums of the year at the end of the year. So y'all can stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, did you listen to Immigrant?
Nah, I need to, though. I forgot that even dropped. I didn't even know.
I'm not going to really talk about the other tracks too much because I want you guys to sit into this album and really feel what he's trying to say and be really surprised actually by how good of an album this is with real substance. Something you don't see every day. So yeah, those are my top 3 albums of the month. All right, man. So what's your other albums of this month? So what's in rotation for you these days?
That's a great question there, Kenton Cornell.
All right, we putting government names out here today.
I didn't finish the name. So hipster. I got the first project that I got on here is Pieces of a Man by Mick Jenkins.
Somebody put me on a leash, I'm bucking wild like the AK, cause it came from Katra. I pointed down so you can't escape her. Even if you duck, gooseneck, your Canada goose wet, barred up from your boots to your crew neck. This that blue flame. Put the green to this shit, this that blue dream. Put your schemes to the test in real life, bet you need a vest, bet you need a vet.
My God, Kaytranada and Mick Jenkins. I don't know what else I gotta say to really sell you on this project. You got one of the best producers in the game working with one of the best lyricists in the game. I don't give a fuck what genre of music you listen to. This is gonna be lyrical excellence, and this is gonna have you vibing. It's not like you trying to turn up in the club, like you just vibing. Kaytranada always puts people with the right bounce that you need to be at. And this time, Kaytranada has diversified his sound to use that bounce in more creative ways throughout this project. And it's great because every single time Kaytranada does so, it matches the great lyricism that Mick Jenkins continues to fucking give us. At this point, I am just making a PSA. I just want it to be known. Mick Jenkins is one of the best fucking lyricists in the game, like, period. Like, the discography is amazing. I'm sick of this man being left out of top 5 lists, top 10 lists. Like, Mick Jenkins, his whole discography, I'll put it like this. You look at Biggie and everything that Biggie did culturally, I will give you. But if we talking lyric by lyric, you look at Biggie's discography and you look at Mick Jenkins' discography, I would say there's a stronger argument for Mick Jenkins being a better lyricist. Like, I mean, I really feel this strongly about the art that this man creates. Like, conceptually, lyrically, the lessons learned, it's like, it's prophetic in the same way Kendrick's music is. It's just absolutely amazing that Mick was finally given the opportunity to get some of his music to be in a more replayable state by having Kaytranada come in and do the beats. I really don't even want to choose a particular song off of this because I feel like each songs are so good to listen to individually, but when you listen to the whole album front to back, it makes it even better. And it really just captures, like, Mick Jenkins captures a lot of the angst that I feel like, you know, like a lot of just young colored men have in this country right now. Did you listen to Pieces of a Man by Mick Jenkins?
I have been actively avoiding this album because I know once I listen to it, I'm not going to listen to anything else. So I've just been trying to catch up on other stuff and then devote some real time to that. Same with Dime Trap. It's just, yeah, it's Katra, man. It's like, I love Mick Jenkins. Like, I really love Mick Jenkins. I think everyone on this podcast or everyone who listens to the podcast knows that I fuck with Chicago hard. So I really like Mick Jenkins, but Katra Nada and Mick Jenkins, it's an unreal combination, man. It's Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Timbaland and Timberlake. It's just like, you knew this was gonna be good. You know they're good individually. And then when you put them together, it's like fucking Vegeta. Like, you just knew this shit was gonna be fire. Now let's move into my second other album that I have in rotation right now. And that is Sincerely Tokyo by Made in Tokyo. I have a very biased opinion on this album. I can see people, you know, being like, "Yo, we've heard this flow before." You know, a lot of people have bit, honestly, Made in Tokyo's flow ever since he came out like hella early, just because the shit was so innovative for its time. And I really do mean that. I really mean like Made in Tokyo in like 2016. That flow was so ahead of its time. So many rappers now sound like that. But you know, this is his debut project. This is the main album project that the label, you know, helped them put out. And I really want to see it do well, so, you know, I'm out here supporting it. It's all Made in Tokyo songs. It's still gonna be like really off the cuff freestyle bars, but then with really just a unique beat selection. If you haven't seen the outstanding music video, by the way, which is the song we gonna drop. Let's drop that shit right now.
Don't panic. Just like Janet. Yeah, whole nother planet. I'm too high, not landing. Ooh, damn. You're doing outstanding. Ooh, damn. You're doing outstanding. I spend a stack on the boot. None of you bitches are cute. I just be racking the loot. You niggas gotta reboot. I see you fucked up again. I just be counting the wins. I jump in pussy and swim. I be the ass in them Timbs.
Yo, if you have not seen the music video for this song, very well shot. Like, very well shot. Like, the cinematography and the color theme is really good. And just the concept of it is just fucking hilarious. Every guy sees the music video, and then we all get it. We're all like, yeah, I remember 12-year-old me. That was me back in the day.
Ooh, outstanding. Jackson like Janet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I think before you jump off this album, I just wanted to mention Moshi Moshi, having that track on the album, staying close to the Japanese roots.
Yes.
I fuck with that. But then you got Ned Flanders with A$AP Ferg, and you can never go wrong with Fergie.
Yo, I think Ferg is a better feature artist than A$AP Rocky. Thoughts on this? Am I wrong? I feel like I'm in the minority.
I would say that Ferg is the better rapper, better feature artist, but
so you
A$AP Rocky is the better artist. And Ned Flanders is such a fucking flame beat.
And with that being said, my final other album that I have in rotation, I would probably say the album that I'm listening to, weirdly enough, the most out of these three other albums in rotation is Lil Yachty's Nothing to Prove. Listen, I didn't think I'd be here. I really did not think I'd be here. I really did not think I'd ever be here. If I went back in time and said, like, hey, 2017 Johnny, not only are you gonna say wildly positive things about Lil Yachty, you're gonna say it in the most public format you possibly can. But we're here, and that's because Nothing to Prove was actually a really good album. Just huge improvements from Yachty. Like, all of the complaints that I previously had before this project, Lil Yachty wanted his songs to slap on Nickelodeon and the strip club. And to accomplish that is very difficult to do conceptually. But because he, you know, practiced and experimented merging those worlds together from like Lil Boat and like his experiences with the Migos and all of that, I feel like he finally like reached some very strange, unique balance on Nothing to Prove. And it's most importantly because Lil Yachty finally realized the thing that separates the good rappers from the great rappers, the good athletes from the great athletes. And that's, you know, when you play with the feeling that you have nothing to prove, you play better. When you feel less pressure, when you feel like you know what you're doing out there, and it really showed off. The main project that I want to drop off of here is called Get Dripped by Lil Yachty featuring Playboy Cardi.
Oops, back in 15 I was swiping. Ooh, beat up that pussy, I'm Tyson. Oops, niggas is reckless, trifling. Your cell phones don't call me. Rich white money might lie me. Keep one joystick like Atari. VM a bat like Barry. Yeah. Me and Kurt Carter go way back. Nigga don't like me, then say that. 20 years older than Maybach. Flexing. Young nigga flexing no
Shawty, you
A-back.
love my drip, bro. I get that drip, you get drip. Yeah. 220 all on that red.
Yo, Yachty got the best out of Cardi. Like, I feel like Cardi is just like, Cardi's kind of like Lil Wayne in that, like, depending on the environment and situation you put him in, like, you can either get really, really good music or really, really just bad music, depending. And I fuck with Cardi. Cardi is like generation, like, he's super wavy. Like, his music is ahead of the way that I'm hearing it. I can definitely tell going back and listening to older Cardi music, his stuff is going to even age better over time. But I feel like Yachty just got the best Cardi you could have possibly gotten off of Get Dripped. And because of that, like, the beat is so fucking futuristic. I've never heard of a beat like that. That shit is going to be so hot this summer 2019. Like, in New York, like, if you're in New York and you play Get Dripped, that shit's about to do hella numbers.
Yeah, man. Yachty's definitely improving a lot. And I mentioned this a little bit before in his last project. Even though a majority of his last project was trash, there was a lot of glimpses of really, really, really great tracks and lyrical improvement from Yachty, which is something I wasn't expecting at all. I was just expecting this man to stay in his little boat mantra and just do what he does, but he's actually working on his craft, and this project now actually shows that. So I'm excited to see where he goes. I feel like I'm watching my child be like raised in front of me. I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm seeing him mature so much so fast. It's great. But it's possible. All things are possible. So yeah, I like this album. It's cool.
Yeah, with that being said, those are my 3 other albums I have in rotation. What you got?
Alright guys, now I'm gonna get into my top 3 other albums in rotation. First off, repping Atlanta, of course, Usher featuring the god on the keys himself, Zaytoven, with their album A, as in the letter A. It's a cool album, man. It is really cool. I was not expecting to hear anything from Usher for the rest of my life, to be honest. But him dropping this joint album with Zaytoven was a nice surprise. And it's a small album too, which is what I really like, because I didn't want to hear 15 tracks of Usher trying to relive Yeah or something. I didn't want to hear that. And so I'm glad that Zaytoven hooked him up with some saucy keys and some flame beats. And Usher came and delivered. I mean, the man is a performer. He's one of the best hip-hop, pop, R&B artists of our time, I think, so far. But yeah, this album's only 8 tracks. It's about almost half an hour long, but it's great. It's an R&B soul album. And the song that I'm going to premiere for you guys is Birthday.
Tonight you gon' party, tear down the city. You got a section. Your sister, your cousin, your bestie get it. You birthday flexin'. Pop champagne, ain't no sips. Straight from the bottle, yeah, that's it. Night just started, gon' make a wish. Maybe later you'll get that birthday dick. Baby, you so special, so special. That birthday suit you wearing looks so sexual. She got a body like a bottle, cause she bought it. Did it in Miami, cause she knew she could afford it. Birthday 6, just drive that model.
Yeah, get your girls your birthday. You want to ask her birthday? Yeah, so it's a lot of birthday stuff, but basically it's your girl's birthday and she gonna shake that ass because it's her birthday. That's Atlanta for you though. That's all you need. So Usher, yeah. Did you get a chance to listen to this Usher Zaytoven album or no?
I have not, and listen, the only reason why I didn't immediately do it is just because somebody was like, yo, that album isn't that good. So I was like, alright, maybe I'll listen to some other music. The artwork is fire though, but I've heard not good reviews about this album. But I'm probably going to return to it just mainly because I have the album in my queue, and the artwork is like too good for me not to listen to it. I'm very basic. Sometimes I see really cool like album artwork and I'm like, yo, I'll listen to it.
Yeah guys, no expectations for this album. I'm just gonna tell you straight up right now, Zaytoven delivers as always on the beat side. Usher delivers on a couple tracks like Birthday, though that ass is your birthday. But some of the other tracks, it's like, all right, I'm waiting on the feature. I don't really care what Usher's got to say because it's Usher. So, nevertheless, it's still a quality project. I mean, Usher and Zaytoven are not going to release something that's just absolute trash. So my next album in rotation is Postmodern Depression by Mark E. Basie.
Oh shit, Mark E. Basie dropped a new album or project? I didn't even know.
Yeah, it's a new project. It's 5 tracks. It's pretty short, but the tracks are heat. This man came in with only 2 features. Well, 2 out of 5, I guess, is still a lot. But yeah, 2 features on the project. One of them being G-Eazy, of course, to be expected. Bay Area, Yay Area, all day. And then Guap Dad 4000. I'm gonna say that again. Guap Dad 4000. Yo, all right, let's take some time to think about this for a minute. We've had Watch the Duck and Guap Dad 4000 as rap names.
Where are we going as a culture?
Man, kids have got to become more creative with their rap names, really. This is getting out of hand.
Yeah, niggas is just taking PSN accounts and just running with them.
Yeah, we've really got to stop with these, like, Xbox Live gamer tags as rap names. This is not okay. But yeah, Postmodern Depression is a really, really, really solid project. My favorite track off of this album, it's a tie between Right Now and Simma, but I think I'm gonna drop Simma for you guys because that one's gonna light up their ladies.
Sexuality been pin up. Simmer down, simmer. I'ma fuck you right against the wall like a pin up. Simmer down, simmer. Girls come get loose. Sexuality been pin up. Simmer down, simmer. I'ma fuck you right against the wall like a pin up. Man, I swear that the news bring me down. That's why I gotta keep it by the pound. All my exes live LA downtown.
But yeah, Postmodern Depression by Mark E. Basie. It's a really, really great project, solid. Mark E. Basie is a phenomenal singer, phenomenal pop artist. He's been on a ton of tracks, a lot of them Bay Area associated. So I hope you guys like this project, and I hope that it brings you all the joy that you need in this postmodern depression. And to top it off, I'm gonna hit you guys with an old throwback album in rotation, Boomiverse by Big Boy.
They wanna know what's going on in the side. They wanna know what's going on in the side. In the side. In the side. In the side. Now tell that bitch to keep my name about your mind.
Even though the radio refused to give us airplay, brought this shit in your Cadillac, your cutlass or box share. They had Bay, Timothy McVeigh, knock it down like OKC.
Oh yeah, this is a good ass project. This is a good project.
Yeah, so Boomiverse actually came out last year, but recently Big Boy did an NPR Tiny Desk show, and I had totally missed this project. So I started listening to it after I heard the Tiny Desk, and this album is dope, yo. It's got one track alone has Adam Levine, Scar, and Sleepy Brown on it. That's some crazy shit that I would never think of. And then the following track after that has Pimp C and Gucci and Pimp C, man, come on. This is crazy. Like, the features on this album are phenomenal, and Big Boy always delivers with clean bars and just hot southern, like, band orchestrated beats. It's crazy. I don't know. I think this album was slept on a lot, but it's something you guys should definitely give a listen to. It's not that long. It's only 12 songs, so spend a little time out of your day and boom with Boomiverse.
Great shout out. That was a pretty big sleeper I didn't see coming. Good project.
Yeah, definitely is a great project. And if you guys need more incentive to listen to this album, there's a song on there called Freakonomics,
which actually has a surprisingly good amount of lyricism to it. Like, if you sit down and think about what that song is, kind of deep.
Yeah, very, very surprisingly. But the coolest song that I found off of this album was Chocolate, because it's such a groovy beat, it's such a groovy song, and I'm into the groove. So yeah, so that's my top 3 other albums in rotation. Now we're gonna move on to our top 3 songs of the month. What you got for the top 3 songs of the month, dawg?
This is where I feel like, at least sample-wise, this is where this podcast is about to start to pick up. You feel me? I'm about to hit y'all with some straight slappers, and then after that, some straight sleep, put you in that real fall mood, motherfucker. You feel me? We're gonna get it started right now with our 3 songs from this month. What I got right now, I'm gonna hit y'all with, of course, if this wasn't like the song of the month for you, I totally understand, because I mean, I'm out here in Austin, Texas. More importantly, there's also a great amount of Latino women that live in Austin, Texas, and because of that, this song really resonated with me. I don't know why. I don't speak any Spanish. I know all the lyrics that Drake's featured. This song is called MIA. It's featuring damn near International Artist of the Year, Bad Bunny, and of course, Drake.
This man can speak every language on this planet. Every single language on this planet.
I have never seen women get so hyped to a song at a bar in my life than I have when I go down to 6th Street here in Austin, Texas and hear this track play. You can hear the female singing the lyrics from outside the damn venue, bro. This shit goes up. It is a culture, bro. This unites people. I'm talking MAGA hat people and hella turns, chongas and cholitas, bro. They come together and it just unites the culture. It's like, it's so Texas. Shouts out Latinas.
Yo, shouts out to Bad Bunny though for putting on for Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, for real. Yeah, I really believe he is like the International Artist of the Year.
He is Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, that's right, Pitbull.
Fuck you, Pitbull. Bad Bunny, bad.
Okay, so my second song from this month is gonna continue to hit you with that heat. Flip the Switch, featuring Quavius and Drake once again. It was a Drake month.
This shit take me back to the 99, 2000.
Hey, I got shorties out tryna find me that look. Slipping through the cracks cause I'm slimy, I slip. Chain wetter than a river, you could cry me. Quick to Timberlake, a bitch, now she despise me, I swear. I just let the money energize me. Nigga, you was in your 20s and the 90s, yeah. I just order Phantoms off the website. They ask how I want the shit, I say surprise me, hey.
I definitely like that the album was unique. It had its own identity. You could definitely hear Quavo as a solo artist, especially in terms of production. Those Atlanta flutes, man, I felt like I was fucking in the woods of Atlanta, being a fairy/killer. And maybe because of that mixed combination, people didn't really fuck with this album. But, you know, I fucked with the flutes, Quavo. I fucked with being a fairy killer.
I just imagined your talent show performance when you had the ribbons just like attached to my wings and shit, just flying around the forest.
Captain motherfuckers in the leg.
Oh man.
Yo, you not fucking with my synchronized dance? And I just pop up like a crowd member in the leg.
One thing we didn't do is we didn't cover this, the Quavo Huncho album this month. And I know you guys are probably like, oh, you guys are going to talk about Quavo. We're not talking about it for a reason.
And yeah, with that being said, we'll finally transition into the third song from this month that I got. And that is actually a little bit of a mood changer. Getting into your feelings with this one. A returning artist to this podcast, Brent Faiyaz. He is back with a new song called Trust.
You told me I could trust you, don't lie. I could really use it.
Everybody need love, even niggas like me. You dumb and you ain't sweet.
You told me I could trust you, and I could really use it. So much I wanna talk about, but I ain't got no one to talk to.
Get up all up in your feelings with those acoustic guitar twangs. You feel me? Yeah, and with that being said, those are my 3 main songs from this month.
Cool, homie. About to drop these top 3 songs of the month, kid. So my first song is gonna be Wake Up in the Sky, Bruno Mars, Gucci, and Kodak Black.
Drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high, castle on the hill, wake up in the sky, you can't tell me I ain't fly.
Can't tell me I ain't fly.
I know I'm super fly, I know I'm super fly. The ladies love luxury, that's why they all fuck with me. Out here with the moves, like I invented smooth. You can't tell me I ain't fly.
Can't tell me I ain't fly.
I know I'm super fly, I know I'm super fly.
Bruno Mars does his damn thing once again. Gucci, of course, drops a classic Gucci verse. Kodak's just doing Kodak, man.
Kodak's on parole. This goes back to what I was saying earlier, man. Yo, when you on parole, your career's just not gonna be as good. It happened to Meek, it happened to T.I. for a little bit when he got out. it's parole, bro. It's really just parole.
So there's a really interesting debate going on right now around Bruno Mars. Is Bruno Mars culturally appropriating? This is a big debate in black culture.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah, it's tough. I see both sides. I really do see both sides of it. Because, on one hand, he's like Polynesian, so like his hair gets curly, just like certain parts of like India and stuff. Like usually, if you're from some island area, you're always gonna be a mix of some shit. I understand that's naturally what his hair does, and like, yeah, you should never ridicule somebody for what their hair naturally does and saying it's culturally appropriating. Like, imagine if white people did that for straight hair. They like walked up to Asian people and were like, yo, you culturally appropriating. And just in terms of like the audience base, and then as hip hop became more prevalent within radio and less poppy, you start to see, Bruno Mars like fashion style, the way that he moved, and even more of his lyrical content changed based off of it. Was it a convenient happenstance? Maybe. But at the same time, that man could just be wanting to do him. Maybe he was sick of just making radio music to get numbers, and he just wanted to actually flex on these motherfuckers because Bruno Mars is that dude.
I think those are fair thoughts, man. Fair thoughts to have and a very honest opinion. I am going to say that I don't believe he's culturally appropriating because Bruno's always been a very soulful man. He switched between a lot of different musical cultures. And then Kodak, glad that you live in your freedom to your best abilities. And I'm also glad that you dropped ZZ featuring Travis Scott and Offset, my second top song of the month.
Ice water turn Atlantic, night calling in a phantom. Told them, hold it, don't you panic. Took an island, left the mansion. Drop the roof, more expansion. Drive a coupe, you can stand it. Bitches undercover, I'm an ass and titty lover. Guess we all meant for each other. Now that all the dogs free, and we out in these streets. Can you do it? Can you pop it for me?
Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z shit.
Kodak is out here doing the damn thing when it comes to the real rap. ZZ is the track, bruh. When that little like do-do-do-do-do-do, when you hear that, everyone knows what song is about to play.
Yeah. And that's mainly because of that video, bro. That one Twitter video that got memed a bunch. You know what I'm talking about?
When he's doing a little rock.
Yeah, when everybody's doing a little rock and all that.
Yeah, man. ZZ is a great song. Travis and Offset both delivered. And then for my final song of the month is a little different one. It's LMF by Smino.
She call me her little baby, I call her my little buddy. Hit her up like, come through for a little cutty. Hit her up like, come through for a little cutty. Hit her up like, come through for a little cutty. Fleet like 10 for peace, these Japanese. I don't drink champagne, I fuck a clack of drinks overseas with the Jesus heart. Concrete shit, cause these niggas, it's been my boss from the seed, man, believe it. I fingered the fire, they figured no heat up the brand.
Smino is a rapper out of St. Louis, Missouri. He's really pushing, I think, the Midwest forward. And speaking of unique flows, Smino delivers every bit of that phrase, I think, in this song, LMF. What's your top of the songs in rotation?
Sweet. So yeah, now we're gonna transition into our final category, which is our 3 other songs in rotation. Pretty much 3 of the songs that we've just been listening to for many time periods, not necessarily from this month. First one I got on here is an artist that I've loved, for a long time. I don't think I've ever shouted him out on this podcast, but it's this really, really underground, up and coming artist named Coda the Friend. And
fuck yes. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Coda the motherfucking Friend.
Yeah, he's just so awesome and so slept on. I want to do whatever I can to benefit this man's career. Like, he is like the epitome of like what a SoundCloud rapper is. Like, you listen to his beats and it's like beautiful instrumentals that are chopped up in a really magnificent way that it can only be appreciated on like a platform such as SoundCloud. And because of that, I'm gonna drop a new song that he released recently called Colorado.
Bill collector knocking at the door. Baby mama yelling in my ear. Honestly, a lot is going on. Only thing is I don't really care. People wonder how I keep a smile. Tell them it's cause I don't give a fuck. I've been in my slippers for a while. Even though all my haters show me love, yeah.
Yeah, man, and to keep it, in that same whole little vibe of just like SoundCloud beats, beautiful instrumental, luscious rap excellence, I'm gonna hit you with, one of the most luxurious rappers in the game, dare I say. He's been out here publicly just gallivanting, living his life so excellently. Only the finest of lifestyles that can be maintained by somebody from Queens. He comes from the best borough in New York. Undoubtedly, it's been like that since the beginning of time, and because of that, we've got to bring out the borough's best in Action Bronson with his hit single off of an amazing project that I wish I had more time to talk about, but I don't, in White Bronco. This song is called Prince Charming.
Strong scent lingers. Something's going wrong. I can feel it in my fingers, like arthritis when it's raining. Let it rain on me. Let it rain on me. It only took me 9 times to make the debut. 10 times the charm shit. Now my man's on road. That means I'm hard charged. Whatever.
Rain on me. Let it rain on me. Bro, when he said that, I felt that. That's a bar.
No, I haven't listened to the album yet. I know it came out. This is another album that I'm actively avoiding just because I know I'm gonna laugh a lot, and I want to be in a good space when I hear this album.
Yeah, no, you definitely will be. It's excellent. It's like Rick Ross on acid. That's the best way I would definitely describe it.
Yes.
That's just essentially what it is. That's the way I would describe White Bronco,
The cover art is beautiful.
Yo, do you know he made that on acid? Like, Action Bronson made that on acid.
The cover art?
Yes, he made that. Self-paint. Everything about this album he meticulously made. Like,
Action's done it again.
He really has. He truly has. So, final track off of here. We already gassed him up, so I'm not gonna fucking do it again. Gonna top off. I also just want to shout out Color Studio. Just recently, the run they've been on, the artists that they've been promoting at the Color Studio. Every single artist deserves it. It's just been amazing artists coming through every single time. Gold Link, Mick Jenkins, Georgia Smith, Daniel Cesar. Like, so many good artists. Like, I've never seen Color Studio miss. Like, I've never seen them even get a decent artist, and they always get phenomenal artists that perform very well live. So like when you see an artist in the Color Studio, if you go to their concerts, it's gonna be a good time. Like, just because you see how they handle the Color Studio. So shout out Color Studio.
Dude, good for you for shouting them out, man. Yeah, they deserve all the credit they get. All right, let's get into my 3 additional songs for this month that I'm putting in rotation. Number 1, Temptation by Ravina.
Sometimes you don't understand. You feed my soul, that Pisces affair. But I know it's supposed to be just friends. Miss Temptation, I don't think you know you keep me waiting.
My next song is Topanga by Trippie Redd. So Trippie Redd kind of gives me some weird vibes. He's into some like dark shit, but he's also happy at the same time. I don't really know how to explain what Trippie Redd exactly is, but I like his music a lot. Great song. I hope you guys enjoy that. And then my final other track I have in rotation is Love You Need by Slushy.
All I wanna do is to put my arms around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like
Slushy is a EDM artist, so this is gonna be, it's cool. And now for the section you've all been waiting for. Gossip. This is what I do. I'm all up in the gossip. That's music gossip for those who are new to the podcast. It could also be culturally related gossip, but yeah, we gonna get into it right motherfucking now. So first off, I just want to ease us into the gossip section with what's your thoughts on Tekashi 6ix9ine? Because the man's putting out good music, but I hate him as a person.
Alright, first of all, let me be very clear about this before I get into this story, but Tekashi 6ix9ine is a fucking piece of shit. If any of that pedophilia shit is true, or just honestly his behavior, just wilding out in public, like literally using his public fame to just promote so much dumb, stupid, ignorant shit, I'm personally not a fan, but I will say this. Was this the night I went out with you and Nathan? We saw like girls like knowing every single lyric of a random Tekashi 6ix9ine song, and every white girl there knew the lyrics. Every lyric, every bar. I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I was
that shit would blow my mind.
That was like a glitch in the system, bro. I was like, what's going on? And like, I finally came to realize, I think white women are capable of understanding people's culture and like promoting it.
There's always going to be some good people and some bad people, no matter what race you're in.
For sure.
But when you live inside that bubble, sometimes you forget that. And I'm glad that Tekashi 6ix9ine was able to bring you back to
I fucking hate my life. Only in my life would some shit like that happen. It was like, wow, this deep moment of racial unity.
Blicky with the stiffy up.
Oh my god.
Yo, but real talk.
Tekashi the new Gandhi? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
But yeah, that's Tekashi 6ix9ine. Next item of Bossip is the comeback of Baby Shark. Yo, have you heard the song Baby Shark?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, all right, let me break this down for you. So in the summer camps, or the privileged kids, I should say, they used to have this song called Baby Shark, where it's like Baby Shark, do 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 do, and then you go to like Mommy Shark, and it's got like some hand motions and stuff. This is what kids used to do, privileged kids used to do when they were in their summer camps, because apparently there's been a comeback of the Baby Shark song, and Baby Shark is everywhere now. But yeah, guys, this has been the October edition of Jony and Kenton, the music podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Stay Tuned podcast. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in once again. I am Kenton.
I'm Jony.
And this has been the October edition of Jony and Kenton. We out.